very good afternoon and welcome to the live broadcast of this match of the CAF Champions League Women's Tournament. Of course, it's the qualification for CECAFA zone, and we're talking about the last day of the group matches here at Kasani and as well as at Nyayo. This is the Group B action. We'll be breaking down the details of this particular match that's coming up next. Again, it's Simba Queens taking on FAD of Djibouti. I'm joined by Margaret Sasha, who will be breaking down the team tactics that will be the two teams and the coaches have employed in this particular match. Remember, it is a must win for FAD. They lie at the bottom of the group, and of course Simba Queens, they are in the second position and they are all raring to go. We spoke to the coaches earlier, but how about talking to Margaret Sasha to break down? Margaret Sasha, how will be your expectations of this particular match?
First of all, a game between Simba Queens and the Defense Forces of Djibouti, or rather FAD, is one game whereby, for me, with so much respect to FAD FC, I feel this is a Simba Queens FC game to win. Yes.
And of course, we've seen the two teams, FAD, most like they're playing for pride here. They lie at the bottom, and for them to pull off, it will be a miracle. What chances do you give them in this particular game?
I feel for this game, Simba Queens being a very strong side, being very strong. Okay, so we have match day results, and we have CBE of Ethiopia. They had 10 goals against 1 of New Generations, and then we have Yei Janes of South Sudan. They were beaten 11 goals to 0 by Vihiga Queens. But now coming up to your question,
Yes.
I feel for this game, Simba Queens are going to win immensely for the fact that FAD FC, they have not had a single win in this whole tournament. So I feel this is just a game for Simba Queens to lose. Yes.
And of course, I mean, looking at that particular tree, Lady Doves, Simba Queens, PVP and FAD. Lady Doves, the top of the pool, and they could be meeting the team that finishes second in this in Group A. Of course, this being Group B, And Simba Queens, do you think that they need to score more goals so as to upstage Lady Doves at the top of the standings?
Yeah, very sure, because as you can see, Group A is very tight, as we have Lady Doves and Simba Queens tying in points, but then the only difference is a goal. So I feel like Simba Queens must score as many goals as possible if they want to be on top of Group A. Yes.
I mean, what are the chances here? What are the chances if you go into a match and you need to score more goals? That the backline will be exposed?
I feel it's not about the backline being exposed, because as you can see, Simba Queens are using 4-3-3. So this means their back is very tight. I feel unless if the coach has made any changes, because they were not able to get any goal during the Lady Doves game. But then the fact that FAD FC are very weak, both up front and on the rear guard. So Simba Queens should just go out for the goals. Yes.
And of course, looking at the opposing team as well, they're playing the same formation, but then we have the Simba Queens arriving for this particular game. But FAD, they're also using the same formation here.
Yeah, okay. Having both teams having a 4-3-3 means the midfield will be very packed. But also, okay, so Simba Queens are here coming in for the game. They really, they look really
ready for the game.
Ready for the game. You can even see them during their warm up. They know they have a chance of being the top of this group. So it is just all about them getting goals through from this game. Yes.
Who are the dependable players that you think coach will likely rely on in this particular game?
First of all, I have noticed that Coach Ali Omar has made a change today. He has brought in Aisha Mnuka instead of Monique Kipoi, because I feel Monique Kipoi didn't have a very good game against Lady Doves. She was caged by the Lady Doves defense, and that is Flavin Musolo.
Yes.
She is the DR Congo forward, DR Congo international. This girl, she has 2 goals already for Simba Queens. Her speed is is very, very, very auspicious. On the first game, she plays on the wing, but then during the game against Lady Doves, she was played up front, and also in this game, Flavin has been played up front as the main striker for the team.
Yes, and of course she has also turned out for the national team, which is Congo, from 2015 to 2021. Quite an experienced hands that the head coach will be relying on. And also we're talking about some of the key players here that head coach, the Simba Queens head coach will be relying on. This is Danai Bobo.
Yeah, the
midfielder, yes.
The midfielder. She's just 22 years old. She's from Zimbabwe, you know, and she has played for the national team from 2010 up to 2021. So this tells you this is one experienced lady, but also despite that, in the midfield of Simba Queens, her link up to the forwards is really, really amazing. You know, the way she commands the midfield, she is one player you can ravel about.
Yes, and of course, we're talking about all the two players have to turn out for the coach. What do you think the coach has to tell them to turn up for him, because they need to score more goals and upstage Lady Doves at the top of the standings?
I feel playing against playing against FAD FC, a side that has really bolted up goals and just scored only one goal in this tournament. The coach has to tell Bobo, the coach has to tell Musolo, and also the flanks, you know, the likes of Sulemani.
Yes.
Let's go forward.
Yes.
Yeah, we've packed our midfield, but then ladies, let's go forward. We know that yes, this is that game that decides if you're going to be on top of the group, or maybe number two.
Yes. Yes, of course, Sasha, and earlier on we spoke to Simba Queens head coach Habibu Ali Omar, and this is what he had to say.
Tumejiandaa vizuri kwa sababu tunataka tushinde ili tuweze qualify. Kwanza mpaka sasa hivi bado hatuja qualify, lakini tunataka tushinde magoli mengi ili tuwe top kwenye group letu. Hilo ndio lengo letu.
Na kwa kuwa mnataka mfunge magoli mengi ndipo mqualify, nahisi kwamba hii ni shinikizo, pressure kwenye timu, na labda mmepanga vipi kuapproach huo mchuano?
Hakuna shinikizo, lakini ndo mipango yetu, ndo strategy. Tunajua tunaweza na mechi ngumu. FAD timu nzuri, wana spirit, wanaongea uwanja mzima, nao wamefunga mechi mbili na wanataka washinde waondoke angalau na point 3, kwa haitakuwa rahisi, lakini na sisi tumejiandaa kujishinda.
Na labda mnacheza na FAD, timu ambayo kufikia sasa imefunga tu goli moja katika michuano yake miwili ambayo imepita. Hili linamaanisha nini kwa wakiwa wakinzani wenu?
Wamepoteza mechi mbili, lakini bado wana mechi mkononi. Na nadhani hawana cha kupoteza. Sidhani kama wanataka kuondoka patupu. Kwa hivyo naamini nao watacheza kwa spirit kama kawaida yao, lakini mechi mwisho wa siku tutahakikisha kwamba tunapata ushindi.
Na labda yale mabadiliko ambayo labda umetaja katika mabadiliko ambayo umeyafanya katika mchuano huu dhidi ya FAD, kwamba tumeona kuna naitwa nani, kuna hapa mchezaji ambaye ni Mnunka ambaye hakucheza mchuano uliopita. Labda wewe kumshirikisha katika mchuano huu unamaanisha nini?
Mchezaji mmoja tu tumefanya changes. Tumemtoa Ruth Kipoi, amekaa nje, ataanzia bench, ataingia Aisha Juma. Just one player.
Yes, and that was the Simba Queens coach giving us his preview or his mind of what he's planned with this particular game. Yeah, and what are the changes that he's made, Sasha?
Ali has just made one change. He has brought in Aisha Mnuka, who has one goal already. As I mentioned earlier, Kipoi was really caged in their game against Lady Doves. And the coach is trying to have options for his squad because he knows he needs goals to really be on top of that group. So that is why he has brought in Aisha Mnuka, who already has one goal and has chances of scoring better, because Mawete Musolo needs support in terms of goals.
Yes, and let's talk to the away team, which is the FAD FC, and we'll be speaking to the here they are arriving for this particular game, and a couple of players that have been identified as being key to the coach and his task lying ahead here. Darar Abdullahi, who is the head coach. Who are the key players that he's most likely rely on in this particular assignment?
Definitely, in any squad, a goalkeeper is very key. Even if there are no changes, the moment you have a goalkeeper who you trust, even if they've bottled up goals, I feel this keeper Rakita Ndumbia is very key. She is one lady who's played for Anglo FC, that is a team from Egypt, and she's also a national. She also plays in the national team.
And how influential, going by their formation 4-3-3?
Definitely, they'll try their level best to pack the midfield. The coach also admitted the fact that he knows Simba FC is a stronger side. So definitely, he'll try his level best. If the guys can be able to get a draw, fine. If not, he has admitted maybe they'll just leave here with some kind of positivity.
Yes,
yeah, there is Yusra Awad.
Yes.
She's only 16 years old.
Yes.
And she's also played for the national team. Wow, a very impressive player too.
From 2015 to 2021, he's racked in a quite of experience, 6 years right there for her club today.
Yes, and also there is one player, maybe the only player who scored a goal in this game. That is Leman Sikier. I know she comes into this game with motivation by the fact that she scored a goal, and maybe she'll try her level best at least to get the second goal of the tournament.
Yes,
yeah.
And Rakita Dumbia has also been marked as one of the players that head coach Darar will be relying on, as he needs her to be in her top form today, the goalkeeper.
Yes, definitely. Basing the fact, Simba is a scoring side. If they get you not really ready for them. So for today, I feel the goalkeeper has the biggest part to play for this team today.
Yes, and earlier I spoke to the head coach of FAD FC, Darar, and here's what he had to say and his thoughts about the match.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah, horta si fiican baan soo dhaweynay. Maashashku si fiican baan ugu dhaceen. Imanka waxaan sugaynaa si fiican baan isku soo diyaarinay ciyaarihii hore lamid ahayn maanta. Waan sugaynaa natiijada haduu la yiraahdo.
Yes, and also.
Okay. We are grateful to participate CECAFA for this year, and now we hope in this game we hope to do better than the second one.
You hope to do better. How crucial is this match, having lost 2 games?
Si fiican baan u sameeynaa baa tirsadee maanta wax kaloo jiida ku soo biirsa adoo 2 match kii goor laga badin am xajiida ku soo biirinaysaa matchkan
waxaan ku soo dareynaa sidoo hore ma in kastoo equipe-ka naga awood weyn yihiin laakiin sadana waa la ciyaarnaa inta la ciyaarnayn weerarkii sida sanadkii matchkii dhaweed ma aanu ciyaarnaa alxamdulillah. In kastay naga awood weyn yihiin.
Yeah, they say this team is stronger than us, but we hope to do better and better than us.
Another fantastic afternoon of football is lined up for you, ladies and gentlemen, from wherever you are. And as you can see from your screen there, Simba Queens of Tanzania will be facing the armed forces of Djibouti right here as we venture north of Nairobi city center into the Thika Super Highway. And now, as you can see, the inside of the stadium. And the weather is absolutely beautiful for football because, as you can see, the humidity is at 16 kilometers per hour. You can see 22 degrees centigrade is the weather in Nairobi. And right now, as we have a look at the Kasarani Stadium, and as you can see, everybody there very ready to watch the game of football. Another fantastic afternoon, as I told you, because we have lined up for you 2 matches, and the first one pitting Simba Queens. And as you can see, the Group A table standings, Lady Doves FC of Uganda, having played 2 matches, 4 points. Simba Queens the same. The difference is only 2 goals. There's only a 2-goal difference between Lady Doves and the Simba Queens. PVP of Burundi and having 3 points, and FAD FC, the one that you're going to watch right now, only having no points at all so far. And as you can see in your picture there, our ball girls, this time our ball girls in pink and green, holding on to the flags, and all we have to do is wait for them to enter the pitch, because as you can see, both teams with the referee Darlene Nduwayo coming to pick up the ball. Oh yes, and the teams are there. You can see in red is the FAD FC, the Armed Forces of Djibouti. And on your right, in a white and red strip, there we are having the Simba Queens of Tanzania. As you can see, the ladies coming out there. You can see Tukumbuke Sanga. Very nice pictures there coming in as we await everything that goes on just before kickoff. Yes, and there you have her, jersey number 18, Joel Bukuru. One of the very good players to watch on this pitch come kickoff. Yes, and as I told you earlier, we are north of the city of Nairobi and into the Moi International Sports Center in Kasarani for yet another day of the very first edition of the CAF Women's Champions League qualifiers for the CECAFA region. It is match number 11. It is match number 11 here as we kick off with the Simba Queens of Tanzania versus the Armed Forces team of Djibouti. Under a rather chilly weather inside Nairobi, but all in all, it's great for a game of football. And I've always said it, that it is a beautiful game played by beautiful people. And as you can see, all teams lined up on your left in the white strip. You can see there is Flavin Mawete Musolo. Yes, Mawete Musolo, a very dangerous attacking player there. Born and bred in the DRC. She's a Congo international. Posing for a photo because, you know, as they say, this is history in the making. Referee there with both captains, Darlene Nduwayo. She's helped by the first assistant referee, Fides Bangurambona, and Asela Uwizera. Both captains, I can see Mama Kamba and Yusra Awad. Oh yes, and there is the FAD FC Rokita Udumbe starts in goal. Aswan Abdi Warsame, Nasteho Jama, Yusur Abdi, Nadia Noor, Neema Saeed, Lerman Sikiye, Hibo Abdullah, Yusra Awad, team captain Rahma Aden. And as you can see, they are also under coach Darar playing a 4-3-3 formation. So these are two teams playing in the same formation. It will only take a moment of who knows what they're doing here, who wants it more. It will just go down to who wants it more, this one. And you can see Sikie way up on the left. One of the players to watch for this Djiboutian side, Lerman Sikie. She's the top scorer for this team. She already has 10 goals in her domestic league. And there you have them trying as much as possible to psych themselves up. These girls wearing red with black. Yes, their shorts black and their tops red, with goalkeeper Rakiato Dumbia in purple and white in jersey number 22. They're trying as much as possible to psych themselves up. There's referee Darlene Nduwayo from Burundi. And as I told you earlier, she's assisted by Fides Bagurambona and Arcela Uwizera. Fourth official is Suavis Iratunga. Match commissioner from Uganda is Aisha Nalule. Those are our officials for the match here. Remember, this match is being played simultaneously. There is another match kicking off at the same time at the Nyayo. And referee Darlene Nduwayo takes us underway as we start with Simba Queens nil, FAD nil. Very few first seconds of this game. And as usual, I am not alone. I am in the company of Bernardo Duor.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, Peter Kirumba. Bernardo Kumu right here, and we'll be linking up with you to give you the feel of this particular match. It is a crucial game for FAD FC. They're chasing their first win of this campaign, and if they are able to nick it, then they'll have raised their hopes of advancing to the semi-final. But as it stands, Simba Queens lying second in this particular group, they'll be out to score more goals. Earlier speaking to the head coach Habibu Ali Omar, saying that they need indeed to score more goals and finish top of the group.
And there they look like they want to start scoring so early in the match. No, but the goalkeeper there, Rakita Udumbia, denying jersey number 10, Aisha Juma Mnuka.
Yes, and Mnuka is one of the few change, one of the only change that head coach Habibu Ali Omar has made today.
It was rather wasteful, if you ask me, because that one, as you are told, sometimes it's good to even be selfish with the ball in the box, because most definitely that one would have been a 1-0. There is head coach Darar Abdullah Darar. That's head coach FAD Football Club. As you can see, very concerned about the injury to Rukia Tudumbia.
Yes, one of the star players in his team, and he must be concerned looking at his face there. But Dumbia still lying on the ground, being given the first aid. Hopefully she be able to continue with the game. And just Simba FC picking, Simba Queens picking it up on the fast break there, and maybe they're out to look for more goals, but clinical finishing will be the main subject that will give them the goals that they deserve and the desirable result that they are chasing in this particular. Well,
okay, Rakia to Dumbia. Let's see where she begins. Yes, she takes a long one. I think that is the way they should start in this game, because already some scare has come their way very early in the match. It's only 2 minutes. Their keeper has already had something to do. A long ball coming in there, but all the same goes out for a corner. No, it is a goal kick. And she's not even in a hurry, Lady Mnuka. She knows very well that they're not in a hurry. They need goals here, because there's a difference of 2 goals between them and the Lady Doves. Both of them tie on 4 points, but the difference is just a couple of goals as the ball goes out for a throw.
yes, and Vihiga, of course, they're all trying to avoid or get the easiest way, the easiest matchup in the semi-final. So Simba Queens here, they're out to get more goals upstage.
And there you have it. The goalkeeper comes out to save from Flavin Mawete Musolo, the Congo international. I expected her to do better than that.
Yes, she had just the goalkeeper to beat with so many options. She fired straight at the waiting palms of the Rakiatu Dumbia.
And she gets a corner. This is the first corner of the game in the 4th minute, and the corner comes floating in. Again, I could say it's a wasted corner. Trying very much to get the ball out of the penalty area. Yeah? Middle of the park, isn't it?
Yes, and Kirumba, you've seen that the battle for the midfield is packed owing to their formation here, and Simba Queens has most of the times dominated FAD FC's half here, and it will take the midfielders from the FAD FC side to spread the game and have it in Simba's half.
Yeah, and sometimes I see some very unnecessary, that was a very unnecessary foul. Solo coming in, takes a shot and scores! Takes a shot and scores. It was only a matter of time before Flavin Musolo makes it 1-0 very, very early in the game after missing a glorious chance 2 minutes ago. She beats 3 defenders, gets into the box, hits it low, hits it hard, was very sure what she was going to do with it, and there, goalkeeper Rakia Tudumbia could do nothing about it, and it's 1-0 in favor of the Simba Queens.
Yes, and Huda Abdi Dodok, the FAD FC defender, maybe was just a couple of seconds late in preventing that particular attack. But there we have it, Simba Queens leading.
Simba Queens 1, FAD FC 0.
Yes, indeed. And now this is a perfect start for head coach Habibu Ali Omar, the Simba Queens head coach. This is what he intended. And of course, the link-up play there between Nunca and their star player here, the Congo International, Flavin Mawete Musolo. They'll be key in giving her the goals here. But again, that should just act like a catalyst for FAD FC, who we are sure that they'll be launching attacks to equalize the match.
Oh yes, another foul. Another whistle by referee Darlene Duwayo. She's a Burundian referee. And as you can see, they're not in a hurry to take it. They take it long in the center of midfield, but still, they have not settled down yet, this FAD side. They have really not settled down because they're losing too many easy balls in the center of the park there. Musolo pulls it long. Another dangerous play inside the box there. Are they going to get another goal? No, they get a corner. They get a corner, I believe.
Yes, and we've seen Kirumba, the interchange there of Opa Clement to Kumbuke Sanga, foraging into the danger zone from the midfield, and Mnuka falling back.
Yes, and the goalkeeper comes out. Then again, a long one over the crossbar. But all the same, good play. Good play there by the Simba. And by the Simba number 5, Fatuma Suleimani. Remember, Fatuma Suleimani is already, if booked today, she'll already be missing the next match if booked. That is Fatuma Suleimani. So today, she's going to be very, very careful. There she is on the ball with Mnuka. They call her Aisha Juma. Sometimes
FAD FC kind of falling back and playing into their own half here. Most of the balls that have been surged forward, lacking anyone up front. But here, Simba doing all the damage going forward.
Yeah, sometimes you even wonder, they've been playing like that all throughout the tournament. This is the third match they're playing. They have been very defensive, and sometimes they have caged themselves into their own half, and it has been disastrous in terms of results for them. But today I expected them. It is taking them a lot of trouble to go forward like now they are. Yes, that is the best I've seen from them so far. A cross comes in, but it's a weak one. And goalkeeper Zubaida Mohammed have no problem handling that one. Good touches right there in the center of the park.
Yes, Kirumba, and indeed the danger of just playing into your own half means that you either intend of protecting your own result, and in this particular, FAD have no result to protect. They all have to go out there and if nick anything out of this particular match, and which indeed will be their tournament. This is like their tournament.
Oh yes, there's Tukumbuke Sanga.
Foraging forward, and we have seen that the forwards here, including the Flavin Mawete Musolo as well as Opa Clement, they have switched the wings here. Most of the balls going to the center in search of Julita Aminiel Tumai Shingano.
And you see sometimes it becomes very difficult to play in a very packed midfield like that. As you can see, so many fouls being committed at the center of the park. There, the culprit was Evaristi Doto, jersey number 11. That's a Tanzania international. Ball comes forward again. There's Musolo. Musolo again in the danger area. Looks for Hood. Tries not to be selfish, but in the long run.
Yes, a good run there from Mawete. in search of Nunca. Nunca a couple of minutes late, but the FAD defense doing well. A rebound not on spot, but great effort from Simba Queens here.
A great effort from Simba Queens. All the same, I thought they would have done better than that. I think they are better than that, but all the same, Musolo being their target person has already done well. Because if this is the time that you're joining us, it's 1-0 in favor of Simba Queens against the Army side of Djibouti. I think there's a player down. Yes, there's a player down. Jersey number 17, Rahma Aden.
And earlier on, Kirumba, we spoke to Darar, the head coach, you know, the head coach for FAD FC. He spoke about the hunger that this particular side has in advancing in this particular tournament. And he said that he's not worried by having no score, lying at the bottom of the group. He still believes that they can still pull a surprise here. Whether it will be visible in this particular game, which is basically their tournament, will be decided after 80 or so minutes remaining in this particular match.
But having no points is really disastrous for them, because the best they can do is 3 points. There they come in the center of the park. You can see Hibo Abdullahi losing the ball again. The Simba Queens looking very composed in midfield. There goes jersey number 5, Fatma Suleimani. Fatma Suleimani crosses the team, gets another corner. Jersey number 15 playing very well there. Using, yes, Hibo Abdullahi is her name. Another corner for the Queens comes floating in. A rather long one, but goalkeeper doesn't really catch it properly. But all the same, there's a foul in the box.
Yep, and to be a folly for Rakiatu Dumbia coming out and not being, not knowing that the timing of her tackle out there, aerial tackle, wasn't spot on, and leads into a melee, but they escape this time round. They're lucky.
It was actually a handball coming in from Tukumbuke Sanga. Another corner, I believe. No. But it seems Fatuma Suleimani is enjoying herself on the right side of defense. She's going up and down at will. Doesn't seem to have a lot of trouble staying back. So she'd rather come up front and enjoy herself. Very good defending there. Coming in from jersey number 4, that is not Teheroble.
Yeah, and we've seen Danai Bobo causing all the problems there down on the right flank for the FAD FC defenders here. And if they'll not be able to mark it properly, then
it was almost going to be trouble there in the box. But again, they're starting to enjoy themselves, these Simba Queens. Streaming very many touches together at the expense of the armed forces of Djibouti. There is one of the most dependable players of this team here. Julita Singano. Assistant referee Suavis Iratunga. Arcela Uwizera. There's no. And we start again very comfortably from the very heart of defense.
yes, indeed, and you see every time they're building up, they play from their back. Simba Queens, the 3 midfielders linking up the play with the rest of the attacking force up front. Yet for FAD FC, it's quite an happy task for them. Most of the balls that have gone out to their own half, they have no red shot up front.
Oh yes, they've hidden themselves in their cage and they need to get out, look for goals. They have conceded the most in this tournament and scored the least. So they need to attack more. Yes, don't forget to defend, but you should attack more because they have absolutely nothing to lose right now. The best thing to do is go get goals,
Yes.
as they are trying to do through jersey number 13, Lerman Sikiye. She already has 10 goals in her domestic league, Sikiye. Good control.
But adjudged to have handled in the box. That's Opa Clement to Kumbuke Sanga. And a great link-up play from the defender here, Fatma Issa Suleimani, who we've seen that most of the times she's playing as a wing-back in this particular encounter, making runs up front. Fatma Issa Suleimani.
16 minutes on the cards. Still 1-0 in favor of Simba Queens. Good header out by Fatma Suleimani. Defending very well today, Asha Juma. In a big hurry to get a second goal and probably become comfortable here. A pass coming in, but it was a feeble one right there in the box. It was a feeble pass, otherwise it would have caused a lot of trouble for goalkeeper Rokia Tudumbia.
And also a good run there from the attacker there, Flavin, chasing that ball, and she was spot on with her run.
There she goes, Rokia Tudumbia. As we look at the Group A live table as it stands, Lady Doves. As it stands, Lady Doves have 5 points. Goal difference is 7-4. Lady Doves have scored 2 goals on the other side. So Simba Queens still says second with 3 goals difference. As you can see, goal difference is 7-4. As they attack, they're looking for another one.
Great play there, but really
it is as if they know that a goal has been scored on the other end.
really, because after they scored the first goal, they eased the tempo. But after getting the information or the intelligence from the other, from Nyayo, they've really upped their, they've increased their tempo here and in search of a second goal. What should they do? How many goals should they score, Kirumba?
I think in this one they should score as much as possible, because I don't even think the players have the information about what's going on at Nyayo. Yes, they attempt to score a second one there through Fatma Suleimani.
And if it remains so, then it means that Simba Queens could be meeting, if it ends well for Vihiga as well, meaning that it all gets square, then it could be Vihiga Queens facing Simba Queens. Just a likelihoodness of this particular. All after the end of today's matches, that when we'll have all the...
Yes, the surety will come after the second match.
Sure.
Which kicks off at 4 p.m. as New Generations will be taking Vihiga Queens of Kenya. And there's a very early substitution here. Very early substitution here for Simba Queens. Yes, Zena Rashid coming out. And coming in is Asha Jafari. Zena Rashid coming out so early in the 19th minute.
Quite you can see that whoever has come in is a striker. So definitely head coach Hababu Ali Omar is really intent on getting the goals.
Yes, I think Coach Hababu Ali has the information of what's going on
Definitely.
at the Nyayo Stadium.
Ni kama ana tumbo joto.
Yes, I know he must have had that information, and all he wants here is goals, goals, and more goals. As we start with Fatuma Suleimani once more.
An in-swinger
And
there.
another one, and another one, and another one. Yes, they get the second goal. Yes. Aisha Jafari comes in and provides an assist. And they get the second goal. Yes, that's a very big purpose for Hababu Ali Omar. That is what he intended to do. He brings in a player whose impact is felt immediately.
Look at the great works there on the right side of the screen there, the flanks there. An in-swinger across comes, lands in, and just Jafari does the easiest thing of heading it home.
Yes. After introducing Asha Jafari, yes, Simba Queens 2, FAD of Djibouti 0. Simba Queens 2, FAD FC 0.
After 20 minutes, you can guess what the rest of the half that's remaining.
He actually sacrificed a defender in Zena Rashid in favor of an attacking player, Asha Jafari, who after a few minutes of introduction introduces herself personally,
Yes.
and very precisely, with an absolutely fantastic assist that gives them the second goal of the game.
Yes, her first touch of the game is a goal. That's a lucky, a perfect substitution and a spot-on substitution there from the head coach, Hababu Ali Omar.
Yes, it's 2-0. And they start again from midfield there. It becomes a bit difficult. Yes, they're starting to look like they want a goal here, the FAD FC. I think they should go there and enjoy themselves now.
Yes, indeed, and they're enjoying themselves. We can see more than 3 red shots, just lacking just outside the 18-yard box for the first time in this particular half.
Yes, and that is what they should be doing more of.
And
I can hear their coach saying, Nenda Ju, which means go up front, go up front. It means...
And Darar, having studied the type of substitute that Babu Ali Omar, how he's utilizing the wingers there, and they're building their the FAD FC building their game from the middle of the park there, and in search of a consolation or a goal in this case, an in-swinger there, but Jafari actually playing it back to the defenders here, but it will be
whatever is happening here now is opening up the FAD players. Center of midfield is where the dominance is. Solo has switched to the left. Looks for who to supply to. Is this going to be a third? No, they get a corner. Good salvation coming there from Hibo Abdullahi. Solo easily beating Hamaka. Easily beating Hamaka. And there we are with the 5th corner of the game. Very safe hands of Rakia Tudumbia there.
An earlier threat there that resulted into that particular corner. Great move read by Hibo Abdullahi, who headed it to safety. Great positioning and marking.
Yes, there is another foul there. Most of the time, the Queens are making fouls right inside the FAD box. It will be a disaster if a FAD player commits a foul in their own box, considering they're already two goals down.
They'll definitely be punished for that. And the punishment is usually harsh.
Yes, we are having a little technical difficulties at the Nyayo in the game between the Lady Doves and the PVP. So I believe we'll still be live as soon as possible. So accept our apologies for this one. There goes Musolo.
The two players clattering into each other there, the battle of the midfield.
Yes, but if you look at the sizes of both players, you really have to pity Nestejo Roble. Because Roble clashing with Musolo, it actually looks like a... And these are the goals. There goes Musolo. Hard shot on the low. And yes, she gets goal number 1. Goal number 2 coming in swiftly. Nice header. Nice header.
Yes, and maybe just Musolo's goal, first goal, was what they had tried in the few opening minutes to no success. Remember, they were having feeble shots into the area most of the time, but Musolo just executed what was supposed to be done and handed the lead, opened the scoring for the two sides. And the header with the Jafari just latching onto that, an easy, we'll call it a tap-in, but really just headed it home.
Yes, sometimes they really are slowing this game down, the FAD players.
The intensity of the game taking a toll. The intensity of the game taking...
I believe they're here on behalf of the Simba Queens. They're very good dodge. Shot coming in and it's going to... Oh! Beautiful goal! That's a beauty! That's a beauty of a goal. Looking so easy. Oh, it looks so easy for Aisha Juma. Aisha Juma making it look so easy. Nobody marking her, no harassment at all. Takes her time, puts it away at the right-hand corner of the goalkeeper. And the goalkeeper seems to clap for her.
Yes, she concedes that it was a wonderful effort from Aisha Juma Mnunka, one of the only new players that have started today's match, and just from outside the 18-yard box, keeps her cool, makes the ball that flies down below the ground but swerves as it goes up, and the goalkeeper had no chance. That's why she just had to consider it's a goal and clap for Mnunka, Juma Mnunka.
Could this
Aisha.
be number 4? No, the control comes in badly. The first touch was not as glorious as the other one from Mnunka. Yes, it is Simba 3, FAD 0. With only 29 minutes of the game played, we've already seen 3 goals. Yes, and they start again, the FAD side. I think it will come a time when they... Oh, no. It was almost a deliberate foul there.
A rash challenge there.
On Fatuma Suleimani. By one, Neema Abdullahi, jersey number 12. And there you have Yusra Awad, Djibouti International, team captain from the FAD side.
And of course here Simba Queens just trying all the tricks outside the box and in the box as well.
Yes, we are in the box now. In the penalty area, and it's number 4. And it's number 4 here. It is promising to be a festival of goals.
It's raining goals here.
Yes. It is promising to be a festival of goals.
That's the substitute who began the move and finishes
yes.
it. That's the substitute who came in.
That is Asha Jafari.
Asha Jafari getting a second goal of this particular game, and she was aware of the rebound after the turnover. She still latched on it and does the easy thing.
Yes, it has become very easy. That's Simba Queens 4, FAD of Djibouti 0.
With barely 14 minutes to go.
Yes, there is Danai Bobo. Scored a glorious goal here in the first match at the Nyayo Stadium.
Glorious like what we've seen today by Aisha Juma, that 18-yard belter. A beautiful goal, it's a beautiful game.
Oh yes. Aisha Juma Mnuka doing our eyes some justice there.
For sure, making sure, just doing what most of the trainers out there, football trainers will tell you, that keep it low, hard, and make sure that it just swerves beyond the goalkeeper but into the net. It has to hit the target.
And for her, she looked at the place where she wants to place it and done it gracefully. There goes Joel Bukuru.
Clattered from behind.
She must have some Rwanda's ancestry. Looks tall. No saying she does. They try as much as possible to come and attack at least. Yes, takes too long. Takes too long to pass the ball. Takes too long to decide what to do. And this has been costly for them over and over again in this tournament. It has been a problem for the FAD players. Releasing the ball has been a problem. Getting into the right places has also been one of the Achilles tendon.
Yes, and we've seen that Flavin Mawete switching off at the flanks here. She's now plying her trade mostly on the left flank, and most of the balls that they're getting on that flank, they're returning it just on the edge of the box.
And there she is again, inside the area, but this time very good defending coming in there from Aswan Warsame.
Great recovery.
She fought hard to protect her goalkeeper, Rakiatou Doumbia. Yes, that is the work of a good defender. Starting again on the left, floated in. Precisely, jersey number 11 coming in, Evariste Dotto. Tries to bring it across, but again, it doesn't get to the target. Believe they have a corner there. Yes, corner number 7.
Clearance there from
corner coming in. Oh yes, and it's number 5. And it is number 5 there.
Really lackluster marking there from the FAD FC players. They
Aisha
just
Juma
ball
again.
watching.
Aisha Juma again. Got them ball watching, yes. It is a corner. You've got to mark your players. Look at how it floated. It missed her head, yes. But when it rests on the ground, there she was. Aisha Juma puts it away at the far top corner. And it's number 5. And it's not going down well for Rakiatou Doumbia.
Yes, and if you mark
Simba Queens 5, FAD 0.
Yes, and indeed, if you're going to mark the space, then you have to attack the ball. If you're not going to mark players in the box, then you have to attack the ball when the ball is played into the air, but into the area. But FAD FC really ball watching, and they didn't know what to do with it. But Simba had better ideas of what to do with that particular ball, and they converted to goal number 5, Kirumba.
Yes, it is goal number 5 here. And there's another substitution. Yes, jersey number 8 goes out. Yusur Abdi. Yusur Abdi goes out. Fatuma Selemani also goes out. Yes, Maimuna Kaimu comes in. Maimuna Kaimu comes in. Yes. In comes jersey number 28. In comes jersey number 28, Maimuna Kaimu.
That's a defender. It's like the coach has now
Yes.
gotten his what he wanted this particular half.
She comes in jersey number 28.
The coach now intending to protect his win here, protect his lead, sorry, by bringing the defender Maimuna Kaimu, and in place of a defender, actually it's a defender to defender substitution.
Yes, and I know the reason why.
Yes.
It is because, yes, that is the new substitute, Maimuna Kaimu.
Yep. What could be the reason here, Kirumba?
The reason is Fatuma Suleimani, jersey number 5. Yes, that's another substitute, jersey number 7, Deka Daher. The reason was that Fatuma Suleimani would have missed the next match if she got a yellow card from this one. She already has 2 yellow cards. So if she got another one, then she would have had to miss the next match. Game coming in, and it's number 6. It's number 6 now.
Mawete Musolo.
Oh, it is becoming a festival of goals, as I said. Yes, Musolo once more.
Yeah, it's raining goals here.
Musolo with her 7th of the game, with her 2nd of the game.
Great header.
Good
Great
header.
delivery from great assist there from the substitute.
Yes, the substitute, Maimuna Kaimu,
Yes,
coming in and delivering.
yes.
Simba Queen 6, FAD FC 0.
Most of the defense again caught napping. FAD FC defense again caught napping, not attacking the ball but marking the space.
I think they're just too good for the FAD players here. They're just scoring goal after goal. That's what they need to do in order to lead this group.
As it stands, the head coach Hababu Ali Omar is having his cake and eating it. Must be a lucky man.
That's another good ball into the area. But yes, Aswan Warsame playing very good defending there. One of the players.
And remember the substitution that head coach Darar Abdullahi did. He did bring in a defender for a midfielder to pack the mid and help him link up the play.
Okay, and that there you have the score update from the other match at Nyao Stadium. Lady Doves lead PVP of Burundi by 2-0.
Really, Simba Queens here looking like they're out, they're maybe just in Shamazi.
Yeah, there's some ladies there really enjoying football. Look like they're really enjoying their football here. Good to see beautiful faces smiling inside the stadium. PVP having a rough time again at Nyayo Stadium. It's now 3-0 as we speak.
It's a race for goals.
It's raining goals in Nairobi. What a day to be alive.
And what a day to be for the women's football in the region.
Yes. Today I see a hat-trick for this. I see a hat-trick for this girl. No, she does not.
Wasn't spot on. Just could not turn. His turn was way off, just by inches. That's Mawete Musolo.
She just made Miss Tama.
But not get.
Yes.
You never got tongue-tied, right?
It was one good shot there
Who
by
have
the
been-
DRC international Flavian Mawete Musolo.
who stand out for her side for that's the national team for DRC from 2015 to 2021. Quite an experienced player for head coach Hababu Ali Omar here.
Of course. Are we going to see number 7? Not yet. 4 minutes on the cards to play in the first half. Simba lead by 6-0. Yes, more and more VIPs coming in. Now, as you can see, Danai Bobo waiting to see whether they'll score another one. No. The header was coming in properly from Aisha Jafari. But then again, as you can see, the Djibouti entourage not looking very happy with their team right now. But all the same, what to do.
The aerial duel there by the Djibouti, they're losing all the aerial duel in the area.
And that is Group A as it stands. Simba Queens having 9 goals and 7 points. Lady Doves having 8 goals and 7 points. It is still all for the taking because the difference is only 1 goal. Simba have overtaken the Lady Doves by 1 goal. But all the same, we are going to find out who ends up on top at the end of the 90. Because I still can sense more goals.
Yes, and Kirumba, most of the balls that the FAD FC on their way when they launch attack, they not getting past their half. They're being collected by the Simba Queens midfielders who have not really outnumbered, but they're more technically superior in the middle of the park, and they're controlling the proceedings, with Lady Doves doing most of the watching. That head coach Darar Abdullahi should find more options when they go for the break in a couple of minutes.
Another one on the volley. She was trying to take it on the volley. She went for the spectacular there.
Yeah, that's my wete. It's now her time, I think, to do the spectacular.
Yes.
Going on the ground and just
look at how it comes in.
It, yeah.
And yes, she wanted to do the spectacular.
And maybe the celebration was more spectacular, maybe? That's what we've seen.
There goes a penalty, I believe. Yes, they hold their heads.
Yes, and of course, that's the penalty. They're being clipped. This is the
jersey number 7 there, Tukumbuke Sanga.
Tukumbuke Sanga being clipped in the penalty box, and it will be a penalty. It will be a penalty.
Yes, it is a penalty indeed. And I'm going to tell you who's going to kick this one. I can see Rakia Tudumbia. Yes. And it's number 7. From number 7, Tukumbuke Sanga says, remember me. You know, the Tukumbuke in Swahili means remember me, remember us. So she tells Rakia Tudumbia, please remember me, with goal number 7 from jersey number 7. Oh, yes. She scores the 7th goal. She scored the 7th goal. Simba Queens 7, FAD FC 0. Yes. Tukumbuke Sanga. 7 goals from player jersey number 7. Comes goal number 7. Yes. It is a harvest of goals here. We only have 1 minute of stoppage time remaining, of which you have taken about 20 seconds so far, Musolo. I want to, with Bukuru. Bukuru still on the ball. Looking very, very comfortable. Yes. It is goal number 7. Are they looking for number 8 before we go into half time? Yes, just number 24. Comes in with a cross, and there is a header, and there is no way that one was going in. She didn't quite catch it properly there. Tukumbuke Sanga. Yes. That cross was a good one, yes, but she caught it early. She also knows, and she's having the fun of her life. You could see the smile on her face. There is a player down, and I think it is Nate Horoble. There is a player on the ground. Yes. As we have Roble on the ground. Yes, and you can see her teammates looking very concerned. But all the same, the referee says enough is enough. 7 goals to nil in the first half. It has been an absolute rout in the first half. But all the same, yes, it was Roble on the ground, clutching onto her cheek. I think she got hit in a collision going up for the ball with none other than Flavin Musolo, who until now has got 2 goals for the Simba Queen side. Yes, they call themselves Wekundu and Simbazi from the area called Kariakoo, Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. And as you can see, those are the goals there with Musolo. First goal, very hard and very low shot, coming in there, very precise. And the second one, Aisha Jafari comes with an assist, and what a header. Nice one. Look at that pass, cutting through, and a fantastic shot there. Coming from Aisha Juma. There's Musolo again. A good touch. Tried as well as they can, but jersey number 24, Aisha Jafari, comes in to score. There you have it. Another glorious one coming in from her left foot. Aisha Juma, knowing exactly what to do. Yes, she loves being in the box. Yes. And that ball truly, truly adores her. And there is goal number 7 coming from jersey number 7. And there we have it. It's half time. Simba Queens 7, FAD FC 0.
Okay, it is 7-0 here at Kasarani after 45 minutes of the first game of the third game. Okay, so it is 7-0 here at Kasarani after 45 minutes of the match between Simba Queens and FAD FC of Djibouti. Okumu, I know you've been on the commentary section and you have a better glimpse of this game. Tell me what you take of from the first half of the game.
Yes, indeed, as you can see, statistics don't lie. Possession 80% for Simba Queens, while FAD FC just enjoying 20% of that particular play. And it's been a festival of goals with the tactical nuance of the head coach for Simba Queens here. We're talking about Habibu Ali Omar, who really knew, like he went with the one mind into this particular game, knowing what to get from this particular opening 45 minutes. And when it was like appearing he was not getting it, he really did some 3 or 2 substitutions that did give him the upper hand as we speak.
Okay, so Okumu, we've had Simba scoring 7 goals in the first half of this game. Do you think this means FAD FC is a weaker side, or what do you think?
Not really, but the goals also is what determines the opposition. You know, we have, if I score more goals against you, means that I somehow have an upper hand or have an advantage over you. And as it stands right now, Simba Queens have an advantage, but not needless to say, FAD have been worth opponents. Remember, the head coach, the Ali Omar, the Simba Queens head coach, during the opening 5 minutes, he had to make make substitutions. He had to make the first substitution of the 3 that he's made in this particular game. And looking at that, it means that the whatever he intended to get in the opening 10 minutes, he could not get it. You know, so he had to do the substitution to get it.
Okay, clearly. Let us just have to get to view the first goal of the game being scored by this striker Mawete Musolo. There she goes. What do you think? In the very early times of the first half,
yes,
here she gets a goal.
Yes, Mawete Musolo. Actually, that was like the 3rd shot on goal that they've had. Remember the earlier foray into that particular into the penalty area of FAD FC was not bearing much result. There were weaker shots and feeble shots that were coming in, but Musolo really he heard the brief from the coach and just did what he was supposed to do, keeping having it a hard shot and low, and it really opened the floodgates for them.
Do you think by the fact that Simba Queens had very early goals, they're the ones who've made FAD FC concede as many goals by halftime?
Yes, indeed. I mean, FAD FC have been lackluster at the back, I should say. You've seen that they are employing they're not marking players in the box, but instead they are marking the space. You've seen that like 2 goals have been scored through the header here, and if you look at all the goals that have been headed into the net here, it's most of the FAD defense has been caught napping. The defenders were not attacking the ball. Instead, they were just standing into the zone, maybe hoping that the ball will fall where they stand. But you know, when you're not marking players, then it means that you have to attack the ball, which I think they've not been really good at.
Opa Clement, she lost a chance, but then she was able to give Simba Queens the second goal of the game. Okumu.
Yes, indeed, Opa Clement scoring that perfect goal that really gave Simba the momentum, remember? And it was as a result of the clever interchange of play. Remember, the all swinging with Mawete coming onto the right flank. They really caused problems on that particular flank with an in-swinger there, you can see. And easy, that's Jafari, the substitute who came in after 10 minutes of the play. And he really knew what to do. And he just had a simple tap in. Actually, that was his first shot, or his first test of the her first test of the action, and it did bear a goal.
Just a little bit. Let us talk about Aisha Mnuka. She scored the 3rd goal, but remember, in the game against Lady Doves, she didn't play. Today, the coach Ali Omar gave Mnuka a chance. Do you feel the coach knew the capabilities that Aisha Mnuka had? That is why she gave her a chance to start during this game.
Yes, indeed. And looking at the interplay, how she's been able to link up with the rest of the players from the 2 flanks, you know, it's been a wonderful link up of play, and a link up of play from the likes of Dr. Evaristosi as well as the Danai Bobo, and they've been instrumental and key in this particular game. Yes, and of course that was Mnunka's goal, 3rd goal, which a belter just outside the 18-yard box. What we love seeing in this particular tournament, you know, and it's rare. That's a technique, that's a skill, keeping it hard on the low, and it swerves as it goes into the net. It's a beautiful piece of play and also beautiful art of skill from Mnunka.
Okay, so there is this beautiful lady, Fatma Suleimani. She is the right back for Simba Queens, but then she was substituted in the first half because she had a yellow card.
Yes,
but
yes.
Definitely she is a good player. Do you feel this is very tactical for the coach to rest the player so that she cannot pick an extra card, maybe make her miss the next game?
Yeah, the coach is just doing what he's supposed to do, playing like a coach. Yeah, so, you know, and just knowing that this game we've already sealed it. And, you know, what informs him really about this, what has really informed him with such move? You've seen that 90% of FAD FC's play forward is not getting past the white line. They're not getting past their own half. So with that, the coach knew that maybe the best way was to pull her out and get have that chance for another player, because looking at how her opponents or their opponents are, it will be really a tall order for FAD, but just to preserve their legs as well for the grueling semis.
Okay, so Aisha Jafari being substituted in the very early minutes of the first half. Her first touch was a nasty,
Yes.
and then she was able to score the fourth goal for Simba Queens. Really, what do you take of this coach? You know, by the fact that he is able to put the most important players, because he knows he needs goals for this game.
Yes, indeed, head coach Hababu Ali Omar proving to be the difference here in this particular match, and the substitution Jafari Asha was head. Her positioning into this particular game was you see when she came in, Mawete had to go to the left flank, you know, and most of the attacks now has been launched from the left flank, and that was Jafari's second piece of the second goal, which was Simba's fourth goal, and it was really a tactical genius that he's just towering over his opposite number.
Okay.
Yes.
So now let us just head to the FAD FC side, and you know, they've been able to bottle up 7 goals in the first half. What do you think was the biggest undoing for FAD FC?
The FAD FC, I think what we've really picked out is that they are not attacking the space. They are just ball watching most of the balls. Remember, and they're losing all the aerial duels into their area, you know, and the head coach here is really struggling to formulate or come up with a way of how he can have the balls go beyond the white line, go into the Simba's half.
Okay,
Yes.
so let us just watch goal number 5 from Aisha Mnuka.
Yes, and Aisha Mnunka, of course, being pivotal here in this particular area. And you see that there was an in-swinger there, a resultant corner kick that most of the defenders from FAD FC, from the opponents, were just ball watching, and the head coach there has to come up with more solution. If they're going to man or just man mark or attack space, then you have to. She kept the ball close to her, knowing that with 4 people marking her, 4 players marking her, definitely she'll be clipped, you know. And so that was if no clipping and pulling the shots, she would have definitely put it beyond the net, you know, and that would be a beautiful goal. And she still steps up and scores just a wonderful goal there from her.
Okay, so do you think this coach, let's say which coach from FAD
Yes.
and the coach for Simba,
Yes.
in terms of substitutions, if you would be the coach for FAD FC, what kind of substitutions would you make so that you don't bottle up more goals?
Yes, we've seen that the 2 substitutions that the head coach for FAD FC, Abdullahi Darar, has done. He's brought in a defender for a midfielder.
Okay. Oh, so like we have the Simba FC substitutes.
options, yes.
That is Violet Machela,
Yes.
Silva Mwacha, Shelda Marufa, Jacqueline Kulusanga, Gelwa Rugomba, Koko Kupanga, Asha Jafari.
Already came in.
She already came in.
And
then you
Maimuna
have
Kaimu.
Monique Kipoi.
Yes.
The first game she played, but then today she's on the bench. And then now for the FAD FC substitution, we have Subana Omar, who's the goalkeeper. Okay, so guys, let us just head to the next half. That is the second half of this game. And over to you, Kirumba. Take it away.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, my colleagues, Bernardo Kumu and Margaret Sasha from the pitch side. It's been a wonderful first half, full of goals, 7 to be precise. And the second half starts as Simba Queens 7, FAD FC of Djibouti 0. There you have the beautiful referee, Darlene Duwayo from Burundi. There she is, and the whistle goes for the second half. Are we going to see another festival of goals? Yes, there are some players who had not arrived on the pitch as the game was starting, and I was wondering with who is the referee starting the game. Yes, they go all out in attack in the very first few seconds of the second half. But all the same, Bukuru takes it away from the left. Jersey number 11, Nadia Mahmoud. But all the same, is it going to be an early goal in the second half? Yes, it is. It is a hat trick for Flavian Musolo. It is a hat trick. It is a hat trick for the DRC-born Flavian Musolo. The first few seconds of the second half, we have goal number 8. We have goal number 8. Very, very early in the second half. And I think they want to continue where they stopped in the first half. It is Simba Queens 8, FAD FC 0. Yes, this one is a really goal galore. Continuing from there, they stopped. Yes, a cross coming in down low, but this time round, Rakiatu Dumbia is able to get hold on to it. Good control coming in. I think this team hasn't had to struggle to score goals today. They found it very easy.
Did they save everything for the last, as they say?
I don't think you can save more than 8 goals for last. They already did 7 in the first half. How many more will they score in the second?
I mean, how many more should Simba score?
Yes, we watched a game 2 days ago that had 11 goals. Yes, today we are almost there because it's already 8. With about 45 more minutes to play. And as you can see, there's a player down, but the referee plays advantage, says play on. Yes. Remember, this same side went down 2-1 to PVP and had gone down 5-0 to Lady Doves of Uganda, of which whatever they are doing inside Nyayo Stadium will be relayed to you live. Yeah, I'll be telling you what's going on there in case there's a goal. But you can see another injury there, jersey number 11, Nadia Mahmoud, complaining like she'd been elbowed on the face. That's a very dangerous area. Yes, that's the table for Group A as it stands. Simba Queens are on top with 3 goals because Lady Doves have 8 goals, Simba Queens with 11 goals and 6 points apiece. So if it ends like this, then Simba Queens will be coming out on top of Group A.
Yes, indeed, and they'll be awaiting to know their opponents at the conclusion of group games today.
Yes.
It could be CBE or Vihiga Queens or any other side from Group B.
Yes, they'll be awaiting the winner. The
1 and 2 from the other side.
Then we will be knowing who plays who in the semi-final.
That for
on Monday.
Yes, that's September 6th. The final 3 days later.
Yes, on a Thursday.
And the winner will be all smiling to the land of Mankenkufu. That's the pyramids, Egypt.
Yes, they'll be going to the land of the Pharaoh. That is Bukuru.
Yes.
Bukuru looking at where to place that one. And she floats one inside there. It's going in, no, goalkeeper parties away. And there's a corner. It dips at the right moment. Absolutely well taken. It was definitely going in. But the goalkeeper had other ideas. She parries it away.
They really great takers of long-range shots. Simba Queens testing the newest of Rakiatu Dumbia in goal there. We've seen a couple of such shots. One of them was a beautiful that went in the first half, and they're still chasing for that.
Oh, is this going to be another goal? No. Yes, but still, the Queens are saying 8 is not enough, and they have number 9. Yes, they're saying 8 is not enough, and they have number 9. Oh, it's almost coming to double digits here. Jersey number 7 again, Opa Clement. You can even call her Tukumbuke Sanga. Oh, yeah, she goes up in the air, nods it in. A wonderful, wonderful cross coming in there from Evaristi Toto. And yes, she says, thank you very much, Opa Clement. Swahili names, Tukumbuke Sanga.
Yeah, Tukumbuke Sanga really making, counting, capitalizing on the defensive laps of
Yes.
the 3 backline,
And she,
FAD FC
makes
backline.
it, and she makes it Simba Queens 9. Yes, you heard me right. Simba Queens 9, FAD 0.
And you know, 9 is a really a mythical number. Kirumba will tell you about Kenda Moyoro.
Yes, it's a mythical
Number.
number. Wonder how you knew that.
I'm Kenyan, Kirumba. My name is Okumu.
Yeah. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking about something else, and I said, Bernard Odor, sorry about that.
Easy, easy.
Right. Central midfield, there is no battle in this second half. They're all held up inside their own box, their own 18-yard area. And I think that is one of the main undoing this team are called FAD.
Yep.
They have been playing a very closed kind of game.
Close game.
And
And
if you need to defend, then defend properly and get 3 draws.
this is what we're talking about, Kirumba. And when
You
they're closing the game at the same time opening their doors.
You cannot defend, play so deep and still lose 9 goals.
Yeah. They really not marking people, the marking spaces and not attacking the ball. The main undoing there from the head coach, Darar
But-
Abdullahi Darar.
It is, I'll not be surprised if this team goes on to become one of the best teams in the region, because the teams that become very good are teams that have learned very hard lessons. And trust you me, this one is learning a very hard lesson here. Having started with a 5-0 drubbing in the hands of Lady Dove, then a 2-1 loss at the, yes,
Against PVP.
at the hand of PVP.
Yes.
And we shall know how many they take home from here. But all the same, it has been a very, very good experience. Because I know some of the best defenders come up from teams that have lost goals before. Yes, it is almost coming to double digits, but poor control there
Yes.
from jersey number 7, Opa Clement.
And it is the FAD FC really lucky there. Just watching as the Simba Queens forwards build a home in their own area, you know, and that should never happen. They're watching most of the time. The Anastejo Roble Jama and the name Abdullahi Said. This is the back line for the FAD FC, who are doing most of the controlling and communicating to make sure that they minimize the number of goals that they concede in this particular match.
I wonder what kind of minimizing you mean. They're already 9-0 down.
It can never get beyond 11 at least, or at least have a goal.
We are yet to see. Yes,
The only goal coming against PVP
yes. They at least they scored 1 against PVP.
on match day 5, right?
Absolutely. Yes, jersey number 5, I think, is going out. Jersey number 5 is coming in together with jersey number 2. Jamila Adawe and Omal Kaire Ahmed. They are coming in the place of Hibo Abdullahi. The place of Hibo Abdullahi comes Omal Kaire Ahmed. Yes, and Aswan Warsama is going out. Aswan Warsama is going out. In comes Jamila Adawe. You should know how to pronounce those names.
Yes,
It's Jamila Adawa.
Yes, they really sound nice on the tongue. You wrap your tongue around it. What's the technique here?
Especially if you've stayed in places in the eastern side of Nairobi, you know how to pronounce those names. Yes, good pass coming in there, but no, there was Nadia Mohamud. Very articulate in what she wanted to do. She knew exactly where she was going to head that ball. Starting again, Bukuru. One very good touch, opening up the field. Looking for Evaristi Doto. Doto takes on two midfielders and still has the ball. And all the same,
Yes, and
she wins a foul.
yes, and the midfielder, the FAD FC midfielder, proving to be really, she's been an instrumental figure here in Darar Abdullahi's side here, the number 7 player. This is Deka Daher, who's just stepped in, the new force that Darar is employing to work for him or get goal number 2 in this tournament, and to be the first one in this particular game. But as it stands, the trailing really given a scorecard for the kind of output they've given out in this particular game.
Yes. Into the area now, Musolo again. Musolo takes on 3 defenders, 4. But this time she couldn't get through. A cross comes in. All the same, the goalkeeper tries to handle it there. They put it away, but the referee's whistle had gone before Opa Clement put that behind the net. And most of the, I've seen people collect yellow cards for lesser offenses, because the rule is that when you hear the whistle, you should not kick the ball after the whistle.
Yes, it's regarded as being truant or not following the rules.
It's just simple rudeness, I guess.
Yeah, truancy.
Isn't truancy running away from school or something?
For
Somebody can play truant in a football game?
closer to that, you know. You know, you exhibit such character, you know.
Absolutely unheard of in the game of football. People love football. It doesn't matter whether you're losing or winning.
Yes.
Playing football is one of the best things anybody can do.
And we've seen that most of the time when the Simba Queens of attack is forward, there are 3 players in the box who are totally unmarked. And I think this is where the head coach for FAD has to do the thinking and the right thinking also to stem the Simba Queens marauding forward.
Yes, there's the goalkeeper, jersey 22, Rakia Tudumbia.
Their star player soaking in 9 goals.
Yeah, that's just a player. You can imagine without her. Should have been a bigger scorer right now. Yes. It is actually unbelievable that until now, Danai Bobo hasn't scored a goal. And we already have 9. Nice pass. And there again, the goalkeeper is left-footed. Will they score number 10? No, they don't.
Yeah, going for a spectacular back heel.
Yes, you can see the smile.
That's the translator for FAD FC. We did an interview earlier on, and she was the one who was relaying what head coach Darar Abdullahi was going beyond, past the goalkeeper there, rounding the goalkeeper, doesn't turn but decides to do a back heel. This is Aisha Juma Mnunka.
Yeah, she could have scored with
head all the time to turn and just put it beyond, or maybe choose which side. With the right side was all for her.
But all the same, right now she has the luxury even to lose a goal that way. Try to do the spectacular, want to score with a back heel. I mean, she's 9 goals on top,
The score affords them all that.
Yes, she's 9 goals to the good. She can try and lose a goal, and not lose sleep about it. I mean, come on. She's got 9 goals already. She can try something out.
Yeah. That's what we've seen, but really,
That is a luxury that FAD doesn't have at the moment. They consider an indirect free kick. Let's see what happens. Are they going to get into double digits?
And we've really seen the
1 hour of football played and it's floated in. No. It's going to be a goal kick.
yes, and you see, we've really seen a difference or a change in how they approach their defense here. The FAD FC now getting onto their marking on the spaces and as well as attacking the ball at the same time, but they're really not keen. The second balls, they're still going to their opponents.
Yes, at the center of midfield. There is actually no harassment at all from the Djibouti players. One long one comes in, but all the same, Denai Bobo. That is a Zimbabwe international, Denai Bobo, for the last 11 years. Yes, playing for the Queens.
Helping Simba Queens get onto the continental glory if they get beyond this, represent the region maybe.
Unfortunately, in this tournament, there is only one slot for CECAFA at the Champions League. So every other team is playing their hearts out. Is that another one? No, goalkeeper. Goalkeeper Rokia Tudumbia. Sometimes we even forget there's a goalkeeper on the Simba Queen side called Zubaida Mohammed.
Really, she's had no work to do, much of work to do in this particular encounter. And it maybe it's about time that the coach could use her to launch attacks forward.
Yes, when you look at it that way. But all the same, right now, they know they are going to score. At some point, they are going to score, so they are not in such a big hurry.
And they're on top of the group as well.
Yes, but on the other side, some more goals might be scored at the Nyayo, and then it's going to be a disaster at the end of this one.
Well, the difference is only 3 goals, right?
Yes. They start again with Bukuru. 2 touches. Oh, this is going to be number 10, most definitely. No, goalkeeper saves them again. Yes, goalkeeper Rokia Tudumbia saves the day again. Here for the FAD Football Club. What would they have done without her?
Raketu Dumbia proving her worth in this particular match, why she's one of the key players for her side, one-on-one there. But
yes, she's done well for her team.
Asha Jafari could not master.
Although they are losing ever so disastrously. But all the same, she's been doing a very good job. There they come again. Can they start a counter-attack? Can they do this now? Yet the second pass coming in. Do they see themselves getting a goal from this one? They're looking for nobody in the box.
Really, Deka Daher starting the build up their play, but the Lehman Abdul Sheikh slowing it down by just playing a back pass there, and it really gave Simba Queens a chance to...
Yes, this one is dangerous. This one is so dangerous. It's going to be number 10 now. Jersey number 10 couldn't make it number 10.
Asha Juma.
Yes.
Aisha Juma not being really studious in front of goal, and really...
Now this one. Yes. They're just defending and not moving forward. Not coming out of the defensive cocoon there.
Yes, you've seen their earlier build up going forward when the Deka Daher tried to build the play up, but really they opted to slow it down by looking for the players who were far behind, and really Simba Queens just marshalling the numbers up and outnumbering the FAD FC players who really lack options and ideas moving forward.
Yes, and don't forget the new generations of Zanzibar will be here at exactly 4 p.m. to take on Vihiga Queens of Kenya. Yes, could they get at least one? They lose the ball again. It's attack after attack here.
And Simba Queens, you've seen that going forward, really, they are not keen on breaking the mythical number again. You know, they've stuck at number 9. Maybe this what the head coach here will really likely to see is really become like a stone that cannot be turned going forward. Really looking jaded and not really up to the task that they've tried all the tricks, aerial ball, but really seems like the FAD Rakiatu Dumbia has had a good second half so far.
Yeah, that is the girl they owe a lot of respect here. That is first assistant referee Ides Angurambone, called Bangurambone. She is the first assistant referee. Looking very good, the Queens, with 9 goals so far.
A couple of players there on a brace.
Yes, the match commissioner is there. Aisha Nalule from Uganda.
Watching from the stands.
Oh, definitely, she's the match commissioner from neighboring Uganda. Aisha Nalule.
And remember, Lady Doves also carrying the Ugandan flag. And
Yes.
it's a battle between Simba and Lady Doves.
Today there's a guarantee. Some teams are going home.
We know who's gone home already.
And now she still struggles to save this team. What more passion do you need than that one of Rakiatu Dumbia?
Really being their star player, marshalling the defense, but she's not been able to really plan out her defense well. They've been leaking.
She's been attacked relentlessly.
They've been leaking. The defense, it's like the economy.
Yes. New generation FC of Zanzibar passes Vihiga Queens of Kenya at 4 p.m. right here inside the Mo International Sports Center in Kasarani.
All to play for Vihiga.
Yes. All to play for the Queens. "20 minutes to go."
If it stays this way, then Simba Queens will have their hope still alive, and the Egypt ticket is still within their horizon and reach.
Yes. And everything will be there to play for.
Prestigious tournament that brings together 8 teams. How prestigious will it be, Kirumba?
It's absolutely, and even as you can even pronounce the name, Champions League. Anything
For the champions.
Anything you hear is the Champions League. It's really one of the most exciting affairs you could ever have in football.
And Mamelodi Sundowns in CECAFA region meeting up with the Black Rhinos from Zimbabwe. That will be from the other side, really. But more so, what's happening in CECAFA is what we bring in your live.
Yes, a cross trying to come in there, but poorly taken. All the same, she says, "Don't you worry." She's Evariste Dotto. called Evaristi. You know, when you go to Tanzania, you won't say Evarist, they tell you Evaristi.
Yeah.
I am Evaristi.
It sounds Rwandese, right?
They shorten it to Eva. And another one comes in there, like, but the goalkeeper, you don't beat this girl so easily. Bukuru is not believing that.
Yeah, they've really opted for the long-range efforts there. The head coach,
The head coach is still thinking, why aren't we scoring more and more goals? I think he really just needs for the girls to glide in goals and you know, just be sure of the number one slot.
Really, that was what was his intention. And in the opening 10 minutes or so, when the goals are not coming in, he got pensive and did substitutions that, you know, really gave him the desired results in the opening 45 minutes.
Yes, he showed us his intent so early in the game, because when he missed 2 chances, he thought they're going to waste chances like this, and he had to introduce Maimuna Kaimu in place of Fatuma Suleimani. Very good decision for me, if you ask me.
For real, for sure. And we are Darar Abdullahi Darar, the FAD FC head coach, ideas and intentions really being overshadowed by the scoreline. And a tall order for him, a great learning, a curve for the Djibouti side in this particular match.
Is this number 10?
Now, wonderful goals like what we witnessed on the opening day when CB played Vihiga Queens. Beautiful goals from the CB side. Defense splitting passes and the vision of the player notwithstanding. And really the 4-3-3 formation here favoring the Simba Queens side. Seeing how he'll tweak it in the upcoming decisive matches, of course, the next stage.
Yes, and the referee says it's a throw. I can see Evaristi Doto being quarreled there by the coach, Habibu Ali.
You're shouting why she's so slow.
Gesturing at her, why so slow, why you lose the ball and you're all alone.
Maybe she got distracted by the line. She thought she was still in play.
Yes.
Flavin Mawete, really.
This girl just knows her football.
Yes.
Into the area. You know, sometimes a cross can come in so teasingly that you end up scoring an own goal, like happened in the first match here.
Yeah, that was an audacious block that really can result to an own goal.
A low cross coming in. But there they are defending well, yes. But when they move out of their 18-yard area, they absolutely don't know what to do.
Asha Jafari now just resorted to switch positions.
She was looking for a corner.
Yep.
She was looking for a corner, and I believe she gets it. Yes, she does. Jersey number 2. Larry Ahmed. Shot comes out like...
She had no... You just wrap your feet around it like musicians do to their lyrics, you know. But she did not do that and wastes that open chance that she had from the corner.
Yes, referee, again, very busy with her whistle because of small fouls that are happening here and there. But all the same, football in this tournament has had very good flow.
Great management, right, of the match.
Very good game management by the referees that have been on duty in these qualifiers. We must applaud them for a job well done.
Yes. And today's referee, that's Darlene Duwayo.
Yes, she called Darlene Duwayo from Burundi.
Yo, she's a darling for managing this particular match.
Yes, and they start again, the Queens. Do they have the unintention of making it number 10? There is Musolo. Into the box now. Number 10, no, and it's out. I was seeing it from a distance. But yes, the execution was not very precise. But yes, she had it in her sights. Look at how she cuts through there. Look at how she glides through with the ball. She absolutely loves doing this.
Yes.
She brings it across. But Opa Clement, she could not kumbuka how to score.
And Tukumbuke Sanga, that's her name.
That's her name, yes.
Yes. And of course, a great spade work from the Mawete Musolo on that left flank, but the positioning of Tukumbuke Sanga just a couple of yards off and heads it inches wide.
Yes. At some point, I believed we could see Maimuna, we could see the Monique Kipoyi coming in. She's also very fast, just like... oh, yes. No, so many chances going... Yes, Opa Clement losing too many chances here. Another floated cross. Another header without direction. It goes out over the bar.
And really, they got their feet off the gas in this particular. They can have the Simba Queens as far as at the front of the goal. They lost the precision.
Yes, they've become a bit wasteful. Yes. They have the potential to get double digits, yes. But right now, it means they're not very serious about scoring because chances are coming one after the other. They are creating these chances at will, but all the same, 6 or 7 of them have not been converted over the last 15 minutes. And that shows a lot of laxity on their part. Shows that they know they are comfortable. And I think they believe that the Doves will not be able to reach the aggregate. And that is a very wrong way of looking at things, because when you look at it that way, you might end up hearing the other things go. Tables might stand on the other side at Nyayo Stadium.
Yeah.
Yes.
Surely, because it's a game of football and 3 goals ain't so many. But as far as it stands, it's still a perfect 9 for them.
Yes, it's a perfect 9. Let's see whether they get into double digits coming into the 79th minute of this one. They're starting well, the Queens.
Opa Clement building the play from Simba Queens half, surging forward, but really most of the aerial FAD has really regrouped in this second half, and they're winning most of the aerial duels, attacking the...
Yes, they need to have a winning mentality, these ones. There comes a corner, floated into the area. Are they going to be able to score this one? No, it goes out for a goal kick. Good play there, although she gave it a big boot. And all the same, she's been doing a very good job there.
And you've seen Opa Clement sometimes falling back to build play, to collect, organize the play from the center.
I think they've just relaxed. They know they'll face bigger opponents next time. Maybe in the semi-final they're going to face...
Who would you like them to face? With their play?
I have definitely no opinion about that.
Clever answer.
Not exactly a clever answer, but all the same, very, very honest one.
Yeah.
Let's see whether they get number 10, and no. Again, another wasteful shot coming in there from the Simba Queens as we just remain with 10 minutes to play. A good dummy there. All the same, Joel Bukuru pulling a long one. Really? A deep cross coming in, and everybody thought it would be a goal, but all the same it went out for a goal kick. And yes, they want to reach number 10. Now they are showing intent. There they are. You can see in the replay.
Yeah, and Omar Kaire doing all the marking there, the hard work, and just foiling stopping the attempt by
Yes.
Simba Queens.
I remember Fatuma Soleimani, the right back for Simba Queens, who would have gotten a yellow card today and missed the next match. So tactically, the coach decided to sacrifice her, at least to save her, because from the semi-final, the cards of the preliminaries do not count.
Yes, and Hababu Ali Omar really making bold decision earlier on in the game to pull her out,
And a very sensible one for that matter.
yes.
It's 9-0 still, with 8 minutes to play, plus add-ons. But we are yet going to see whether they came to score double digits or whether they are well fed with number 9. Sometimes it's unbelievable too.
20 or so yards. They've been so good with the long-range efforts.
I'm yet to see one go in. All right. And one comes in, yes. Is it going to be number 10? No. They were still offside.
Really?
Even at the time
Rakiatu,
of the rebound.
yeah, Rakiatu Dumbia's reaction there really was a time bad. Struggled to master.
Yes. Musolo was already offside by the time the ball was being taken. So all the same, it would not have counted even if it went in. Let us see what they do with this one. Can they look for at least a goal? Or at least make us see Zubaida Mohammed. That is one player we have not seen in the entire 83 minutes. Zubaida Mohammed, the Simba Queens goalkeeper.
Yeah, if they can at least have a shot on target.
And
which
the
has
other
been-
day I was saying, I think Zubaida Mohammed is on Facebook right now.
As you can see, she's really trying. She's the busiest though, organizing her defense, running around in her own area. That's all she can do, making sure that no threat gets to her. She could be on holiday too, on that end.
Oh yes.
But the strikers, of course, the Simba Queens forwards being the busiest, pumping in 9 or so.
Yes. Carrying the team. Because definitely the next match is not going to be as easy as this one. The next match is definitely going to be more difficult.
And
And
then
the head comes in, a very weak one.
from Tukumbuke, Sanga really
Yes.
not lifting himself up to have the energy and the appropriate height to pump it home.
And please don't forget, she has the longest name in this field, Opa Clement Tukumbuke Sanga.
I like it when it will just have been Tukumbuke Sanga.
Yeah, sounds very Tanzanian.
Very African, right?
Yeah, and very Tanzanian for that matter.
Of course, Tukumbuke being phrase for remembering,
Yes.
and Sanga
Yes.
is the surname, yes.
Sheldon Mafuru, jersey number 13. Flavin Musolo is out. Out, but she still will carry the football after the game because she has a hat-trick already.
And there's a couple of hat-tricks in this particular tournament. Remember the first hat-trick by Medina Oza on the opening day.
Yes.
That's also CBE when they played Vihiga Queens, and just following on to that is Mawete Musolo. Should be
And
keeping the football.
that should be number 10. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You don't see much of a celebration now. It has become routine to score goals here. You don't see much of a celebration. Look at where it came from.
Yes.
Mafuru
Great play
into
there.
Evariste Dotto. Keeper misses it. And they say thank you very much. Look at Dotto.
Yes.
Low cross. Everybody misses it. But when it reaches the other corner, it is just a way of saying thank you very much. And it's a goal.
Yes, and that's the main idea actually, just floating in.
Yes,
Pass
it's
it
now
there
10.
into the area, force it into the area. It could be an own goal or anyone will latch on it. And the score counts here.
It's 10-0. Is it going to be number 11? Let's wait and see. Goalkeeper does well again. Yes. Aisha Juma denied.
Aisha Juma deciding to connect that pass.
There's also a very famous Aisha Juma in Kenya, playing a different kind of game.
Yeah, one of the political leaders that we have in the country, right?
In the center of midfield there, jersey number 7, Opa Clement. Starts with Bukuru. Playing very good football. Looking for number 11. We have seen 11 before. Are we going to see another 11 tonight? But no. It's 2 minutes plus stoppages. It is 2 minutes plus stoppages here before we see the end of this one. Double digits already. As it stands, the Lady Doves are in the second position with 8 goals. Simba Queens with 12 goals. All have played 3 and all have 7 points. So only the goal difference separates these two clubs. Simba Queens leading with 12 goals. Lady Doves with 8. PVP with -5.
And one of Rakiatu Dumbia being attended to. An intense game that the Djibouti side will be easy to forget on the last day of the group phase matches. They've been in a hurry to forget, but the Tanzanian side will not be forgetting that.
Yes. And the referee blows the whistle for full time. She blows the whistle for full time as Simba Queens win by 10 goals to 0 against FAD of Djibouti. So it ends Simba Queens 10, FAD 0. And it is the end of the road for FAD. Yes, FAD came, did it, and now they take the ticket home. And you can see those players coming out, taking it easy. I don't think any players are very tired today, owing to the fact that the weather is really, really favorable.
Yeah, no much heat.
Not even hot today. That is a very good player there, leaving the pitch. And there they are, psyching themselves up. Some of them getting emotional. But all the same, it is a game of football. You can see there, Huda Dubdub, not very happy with her performance today. Yes, they are going home, but they have shown very good spirit here. Yes, 2 hat-tricks today. 2 hat-tricks today, yes. One coming from Tukumbuke Sanga and the other one from Florin Musolo. Yes.
They'll go with the match ball.
They go with the match ball. That belongs to them personally.
Signed by the referee. The
Jersey number 7 and jersey number 17.
Yes, that's Omba.
And these are the goals coming in from Musolo, jersey number 17. That's number 1. very, very early in the second half, in the first half. Look at now. Very good cross. Header coming in. And there's nothing the goalkeeper would have done about that. Yes. And there we have the number 3. Master tactfully taken there. And we have the goal number 3. Look at number 4. Oh yes, a goal that everybody would love to have a chance like that one. They have number 4. They had number 4 there. Look at that corner. Header not coming in very well. But when a loose ball came to her foot, she had no other place to place it than inside. Another header coming in there from Flavin Musolo. Yes, that's a penalty again, caused by Huda Dubdub. And number 7 was there from jersey number 7. You could see very early in the second half, look at how that was executed. Very good passing, very good vision, and they had number 8. Goals were coming one after the other. Look at that one. Jersey number 7, Opa Clement, scoring number 9. And look at how things are opening up now. And the last one comes in as number 10. And those were the goals. And it ends here at the Kasarani Stadium. As you can see the picture of the Kasarani Stadium there, we are looking at a scoreline of Simba Queens 10, FAD of Djibouti 0.
thank you very much. I think this group A of the CECAFA qualifier for the Total Energies CAF Women's Champions League. Simba has just won 10-0, beating the team from Djibouti. FAD, and in front of us here we have the coach of Simba Queens, Coach Omar. Coach, you're welcome.
Shukran.
And well done. Your team is through to the semi-final, and it gets harder and harder as you go up. Briefly, what can you say about this? Are you happy about the 10 goals, or you needed more goals as a coach? Because coaches are always demanding for more and more goals.
Yes, I need more goals, but good result. Because we're playing, just we need to score many goals to top our group. So just done.
Questions for the coach. He's a very happy coach today. The last time he was not so happy, but today he's so happy.
No, kocha, tueleze kwa ujumla, dakika 90 zimemalizika na mpaka hivi sasa tunaweza kusema unaongoza group A na tayari umeshatim katika hatua ya nusu finali. Kwa ujumla mchezo ulikuwaje licha ya kushinda goli 10?
Mchezo ulikuwa si mgumu sana. Ndio maana mapema mmeona nimefanya substitute ya kuhakikisha kwamba tunafanya attacking zaidi. Lakini all in all kwamba mchezo sio mgumu kama wale Djibouti sio timu nzuri sana tangu mwanzo, lakini wachezaji tumewajenga kwamba tuna ushindani. Unajua wachezaji wetu kuambia kwamba mechi itakuwa rahisi wanaanza kujiregeza, lakini mechi ilikuwa sio ngumu na ndio maana tukapata ushindi wa magoli 10 na magoli mengi tumekosa. Wana goalkeeper mzuri tangu mechi ya mwanzo nimemwona, good goalkeeper.
Tunapotoka ndio parahisi zaidi. Tunapoelekea ndio pagumu. Wanakwenda kukutana na waliochujwa zaidi. Focus yako huko mbele, maana ujui ni nani unasubiria group B. Nini unachokiona huko kwenye ugumu tunapoelekea?
Tunajua kwamba timu mbili hapa, timu 3 zimebaki. Tunajua katika group B. Lakini focus yetu ni kombe. Hatuwezi kuwa bingwa kabla hatujafunga semi final. Sisi wote wanakuja mbele yetu tunapambana ili tushinde.
Hata kuchukua kombe. Tunajua Samia Suluhu Hassan, Rais wa Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania, atoa pesa zake, anataka kuona pesa zinarudi Tanzania. Wengine mnamwahidi nini mama?
Sio lazima pesa zirudi Tanzania. Hata Kagame ana support pesa zinakwenda Tanzania wakati Rwanda. Tunakuja kushindana. Tunajua kwamba timu ambazo ziko weak zimeondoka, sasa mabakia timu 4 semi final. Tutacheza semi final.
Okay.
Ili tupate ushindi mechi hiyo.
Sawa. Coach, kwanza pongezi sana kwa ushindi wako ambao ni mshindi mkubwa sana na kupata chance katika semi-finali. Labda swali,
lakini tumekuwa wiki pia. Lakini najua kama mechi ya Red Dove tunataka kuongeza kidogo pale. Tunajua tutakutana kati ya Ethiopia au Vihiga. Kwa hivyo tunajua mechi itakuwa ngumu sana.
Okay. Asante coach, asante sana. Wishing you the best of luck.
Thank you very much.
The semi-final stage, yeah?
Thank you very much.
Burundi, Burundi, Swahili? Burundi.
Nobody here from Burundi.
Language.
Let me get one translate, please. That lady, where is she gone? They're all gone. I know, and they're difficult.
Kwa nini? Tutamaliza sisi wenyewe.
Boss, are we ready? Yeah. Okay, in front of us we have the stars of the day who have netted hat tricks. You can see them looking very happy. We have Musolo and Sanga. Well done.
Thank you.
Who wants to go first? How do you feel? What's the feeling like after scoring a hat trick?
D'abord, je dis merci à Dieu d'avoir marqué 3 buts. Ce n'est pas hasard. D'abord, c'est le travail. Dieu nous a fait grâce de travailler pour qu'on puisse marquer. Donc, je remercie le bon Dieu d'avoir marqué 3 buts. Donc, merci beaucoup.
It's a very good feeling that I feel so nice that I've scored 3 goals today and we have progressed to the next stage. Yes, what's the feeling like?
Najisikia vizuri kushinda hat-trick, pia nasikia vizuri kwa sababu nimeipatia ushindi timu yangu. Yeah.
Opa, nini kiu yako kwenye hii michuano? Tayari Rais wa Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania Mama Samia ametoa fedha kwa ajili ya zawadi ambayo zitagawiwa katika kategori mbalimbali. Kwako wewe unayo uwezo wa kuweza kuchukua zawadi kwa maana ya mfungaji bora. Nini kiu yako? Kwa sababu unapata nafasi nyingi including game iliyoisha na ya leo, lakini katika 10 unaweza kutumia chance 2 au 1. Nini kiu yako kuhakikisha kwamba unapata ile mfungaji bora? Ukiangalia Uganda kuna watu ambao wako juu yako, ukiangalia Ethiopia kuna watu juu yako, lakini bado mechi zinaendelea.
Kiu yangu ilikuwa ni kuwa mfungaji bora. Lakini tunamshukuru Mungu tumeenda nusu finali. Kama mnavyojua nusu finali sio mechi kama tulizotoka nyuma. Sasa nikiingia nusu finali akili yangu itakuwa kwanza kuipatia ushindi timu yangu, baadaye ndo ndafuata mimi kutafuta ufungaji bora.
Are we okay?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Best of luck.
Thank you.